It's crazy. It's really crazy, especially when we're looking at the counter index being so little, but the lineup rating definitely higher for DFYG as we start making our way into the Land of Dawn.
This is going to be the second best of one for today. Evil going up against DFYG. We see if Evil can actually get a win here on the Fairness. We have not seen this since forever. Welcome to the Land of Dawn.
All right, let's jump right into this because this is where we're expecting both teams to be battling it out tooth and nail. No moment wasted. But let's talk about this Freya for a second, Arashi, because again, this has been the hot new thing that has showed up not only during the wildcards, but even the group stages.
I feel like it's susceptible to getting kited back so much, especially because right now for DFYG, they have a good amount of mobility baked into their composition. And against a dive hero like the Freya, you either kite away from it or burst it down. Technically, DFYG can do both, although with the Vengeance, right, that could be some factor where Ven can buy a bit more time, be a bit more of a problem.
But they're also calling their support down to the bottom side as we see the initial invasion from Sayla and Powerful. They're getting some good damage onto Superkin, but unfortunately still doesn't get the Litho Wanderer.
Yeah, this is what they want to try to do. They want to establish a very early, a lot powerful, able to push them away. Ooh.
Getting chunked pretty hard here. Sayla should be okay, at least for Powerful, able to get his passive off in time.
Yeah, either ways, right now, I like what Evil is trying to do, where Powerful is able to delay the minions, so they tried to go for an early freeze, but DFYG said going to the gold lane, understand that Vel honestly doesn't care, even if he's denied of some minions, but you can't say the same for long. So I like that DFYG answered that freeze very early on.
E1, by the way, is going for the bargain hunter right here, so trying to go for those early power spikes as fast as possible. Again, I think for a lot of people, including the players themselves, they're looking at that first neutral objective fight, right, with all the ultimates ready. So setting up, clearing waves faster to ensure that you have the EXP lead is actually a big factor that I think both teams are kind of contesting.
Another thing we have to consider is that actually there's not as much CC as I would like to see on DFYG. They've got a lot of decent mobility, but if Ven is on top of them, there's a pretty good chance that Lung might have to just flicker almost instantaneously if he joins that first fight. Speaking of which, it already begun. E1 getting some good damage. Phantom Execution doesn't connect, but Powerful still will collapse. The brilliance from E1 is good enough, and unfortunately the Darkening cannot trigger in time to get relevant damage. Oh, the knock-up, it's good. Vermin's able to get the ult off in time, and Superkin takes the turtle. Zed able to flicker out of there just in time as Vel. 1v3, sustaining through the damage in hopes that he finds a trade back, and they play it perfectly. Evil, no casualty in the last engagement.
Dude, Sayla yanked him away from that kill, man. It worked out so well. DFYG were able to get the neutral objective though, so overall, still pretty even, but Evil is showing that if you want to try and take them in the early game fight, this is exactly what they want.
Yeah, that's the kind of brotherly love that I like to see. Vel made it so that Aether could not get the turtle, and then Aether killed him.
That's the way. But
interesting brand of brotherly love.
Yeah.
Oh, just you wait.
I love Naruto.
This is gonna get worse as this game progresses. I want to see whether it's gonna come to a point where Aether is like, nah, little bro's gotta sit down. Little bro's gotta sit down at some point.
Well, I kind of feel like Lil Bro is having the same idea, because I'm pretty sure it's his job to deal with both Aether as well as Sayla, and then hoping everyone else to be able to deal with Ven, right? Because the biggest problem is going to be Aether. As long as he's out of the fight, sure, the rest deals damage, but not as much.
Oh, the engagement is perfect, and unfortunately, Sayla doesn't make it there in time to save him. Fortunately now, with the NetherRealm gone, it's just going to be another head falling over to DFYG.
Can I say that I love Faramis, one of my best heroes, but I don't know. I'm hoping Sayla can make it work, so I have an idea of how to play him right now, but I gotta say, I've not been having any luck with this pick.
I mean, especially in this game, Rafael, they're just very all-in. If you look at Evil's composition, they can go for a fight, and then they're stuck in there. They can't really get out of it, right? And DFYG are the ones with the mobility advantage. I'm curious about who is actually going to go for the healing reduction first, because DFYG have a lot of healing baked in.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Lung has none of that, as he's already been lost 50% of his HP, able to at least stay alive, didn't give too much gold over as the next turtle is already here.
Yeah, right now looks like DFYG is going to be the one pulling on their side. Aether only have a few more seconds now on that turtle boat. Vel is just waiting for him to show
Whoa.
the space to go in.
Hey, Gear is just beating him up, and now the engagement from Sayla is good! They find Zed, take out the trigger finger as the NetherRealm already pops to save lives here. Paramedics on the scene, Super Ken bails out Lung. He's thinking about this, but how does he help out Vel? Does roll the spiral, it's not good enough because that has put him in an all-compromised position as Gear has set it all up, getting another flicker, 3 battle spells, from the side of Yanfeng Yao Guai, and Gear just continues to provide.
Oh!
Saved! Saved at the last second! Pulled in by the Tsunami Slam! Oh my god!
That was the sickest role play I've seen in a while.
How did he predict that? He knew he was gonna flicker, right? He preemptively threw himself.
Just tapping away, man. Vel now, 1v3 under turret.
And now, Vel should, oh wait, hold on, he didn't take his flowing blood, and now stuck in the middle of 3 as he is getting pounded on. Gone are the days of Alice. Freya here to play.
I mean, Vel hold out against Street, so that's still very, very good here. Definitely Yao Guai as well as Evil. Looks like they are trading places in terms of dominant control.
Now the Tsunami Slam, but Gear is going to try and buy as much time as possible with 0 reinforcements on his side of the map. Diangfeng Yao Guai walk away, taking the lead this time against Evil.
If you want to be careful sacrificing Gear that often, because in the early fights, you saw that he was one of the main damage dealers carrying the fights. The fact that he dared to go for that kill on Super Ken, well timing that vengeance was really close, but you have to watch out for the Kalia, man. This is why DFYG, the Kalia can be an engage tool, but as a peel tool, it's just so good as well, because you're stuck in that animation of the Tsunami Slam for so long.
Yeah, but I feel like that last play in mid, saving Super Ken, I'm pretty sure that will be a TikTok highlight. It's just about picking which song.
That's 90% of the job besides the edit.
Yeah, Sayla as well, now having the Lightning Truncheon. I'm actually quite curious how much damage Faramis can do with the Lightning Truncheon, because again, Faramis is the kind of mage that wants your opponent to clump up to do maximum damage.
Oh! Plays being made. Gear already getting the darkening out of Yi1. Does he have the army? Yes, he does. Brilliant's out, and he's now on the run. Vel has to chase him. He knows that his flicker is gone, but he has the vengeance. He can pop it at any time. He finds it into Yi1. Wants to get Lung as well as Evil. Continue. No, this is a guaranteed dive, right? No. Saylas calls it off. It's not safe. The turtle is about to spawn.
Yeah, probably the Valkyrie stance is running out.
Ooh, Aether, want to be careful here.
Could be okay. Then again, it's a 50-50. Or Axe purchased by Ben. A huge power spike in Yanfeng Yao Guai. Completely give this up. A no contest for Evil.
This is the point in the game where Evil can actually definitely win a lot of fights decisively. And you can see DFYG respected quite a little bit, but look at the chase!
Okay, another Tsunami Sign coming out. NetherRealm as well to protect his life as Zed in trouble. Yi1 doesn't know how to get his damage into that middle of his fight. He comes in the middle of the darkening, and now creates space for Lung as he's on top of Gear, flickering forward. Lung takes him out, wants to get Aether. He's gonna get hit by the Dragon Ball. Is he? No, he waits for the perfect time. Aether plays to a T. Powerful, no flicker.
Overkill.
And this is why I say is the thing about Dianfeng Yao Guai is they force it out when they really shouldn't. Like when we saw this yesterday, there's no reason for you to fight that. You already saved yourself. I don't know.
Yep. And I think that Evil at this point, with Powerful so eager to get this kill, and Yi1 really is out for Aether, right? This is, again, the 3rd time he's done this. No darkening. He still has the Brilliance. Trying to get out. The Tsunami Slam is good. Yi1 takes him out. And now Vel trying to peel off 4 members. The Flowing Blood gets caught in the wall. Unfortunately, Ben, he is just so stable in the front line. What are you supposed to do against this guy?
Not much, actually. You gotta wait for more power spikes. But, man, I feel like Aether has been caught in an odd situation multiple times this game. I wonder if he's not pre-planning his routes, his rotations. Because on a Yi Sun-shin, that's part of what makes that hero so good. How fast you can farm up and move around the map to collect all that farm.
Or he trusts Sayla so much.
Have a personal medic ready at any time. Okay, Vel engaging on a fight that I'm not 100% sure should have been started in the first place, but considering the position at DFYG, they thought maybe they caught someone. Vel once again jumps in. Doesn't get too much here, but at least they know that the Brilliance is gone from Yi1.
Yeah, Ven is basically like the moment that all this up, he just dives in.
Oh, and Gear finds the final slash, forcing Yi1 to flicker. Oh wait, Evil, they're punching them right at the ankles.
Good timing there. No flicker available for E1 for the next neutral objective. And look at the setup, but oh, Super Can. Careful, man. Ben.
I mean, the Vengeance, not enough. Not even remotely close as long as he's able to burst him down and powerful. He's got an opportunity. Tech charge? No tech charge? Gonna save the tech charge? Finally, there's the tech charge. Gear is doing a godly amount of damage.
I like that. It's like, hey, that's all you, buddy. I can save Super Cat. I don't know about you.
I mean, I like how you were like, tech charge, tech charge, tech charge, and it finally came out. I found it interesting that they sent Ben to essentially split push, but then when he was punished, they didn't go for the neutral objective. And technically, I don't think they can. They don't have a lot of built-in shred the same way DFYG does with the Lunox and carry. Super Can though.
Okay. He will be able to use his punctures to get out of the awkward situation that he was put in, but I think Evil at this point also understand that fighting for the Lord contested is going to be pretty hard. We might as well just keep feeding off of you as well. E1 gets caught again, able to get the Brilliance in time. Total Ball only connects ontowards Long side. Good wall from Powerful, and Ben takes out Long as they now start pressuring the Lord.
Dude, DFYG has no idea to deal with Ben on this Freya. I mean, like, it's a China special, but it looks like they have no idea what to do against this.
Or it's China PTSD. It's like
Oh,
every time they see it, it's like, I remember what my league looks like.
Now I know why we always ban it.
Dude, especially with the Faramis though, it's just so difficult. Because again, there's two ways. You kite back away, or you burst him down. With the Vengeance and with the Faramis around, you just can't burst it down that easily. And the chase from Ven so far is fearsome, dude. I can't imagine being chased down like that.
God, and this is off of the ban of Sora, by the way, who's amazing at chases. Look at the items as well. I think that it's relevant for Super Ken to get the brute force breastplate.
Yeah.
He needs to live, but they also, as I mentioned before, don't have a lot of CC. So again, I feel like Ven, he can basically do whatever he wants. Illegal? I don't see no laws here.
I feel like DFYG, they need to kite out many abilities coming in from Evil, but Ven is not giving that opportunity. Seem as powerful. Those walls are costing DFYG quite a lot here. So I feel like if they're able to kite it out, they might eventually win, but doing it is so difficult.
And kiting back is one thing, but with the Kalia, with the Alice, they want to actually hold their ground and sustain back up. But if Evil can land a few more kills and get more gold, they might be too far ahead for DFYG to even stick around.
Whoa, man, engaging pretty early to get the Brilliance out, and now they've even caught it with the help of the Mighty Swing. Well, now we see Gear having to flicker away from the Tsunami Slime as Vel is trying to tank as much as possible. He needs to clear that wave. Finally, the inhibitor will eventually start to collapse with the help of Aether, and they back off. 0 casualties. Once again, the clean technical play of Singapore.
I gotta say, DFYG looks lost here. And Evil, they're just like, forward? Forward. Like, they don't even have to really think about it. Van just jumps in whenever he sees the opportunity, and Sayla is basically making a bad play look very good.
I think they gotta not put E1 so, like, just be careful of Powerful. That's the only guy.
And Gear, honestly.
I mean, Gear, but at least you can, like, see Gear.
Oh, dude, they did a fadeaway on the orange, and it was alive with a sliver of HP, and they allowed it to tick down too. They really seem like they are caught off guard. They're stunned by just the sheer momentum of Evil. Evil basically drafted a good teammate composition and said, all the way, right? No breaks on this train, and they're living up to it. They haven't taken the base turret on the far side away from the Lord, but at this point, they might not even need to.
Well, we'll see, because again, the timer, when both teams reach that end game and they start to even out, it's getting shorter and shorter. We've already played 13 minutes in this game, about to hit that 14th, and Evil has only developed a 4.2k. Usually, if you want that dominating victory, you need that 10k differential, but now that we're breaking into the 42k mark, DFYG just needs to make one more base defense.
Yeah, looking at the items as well, looks like E1 wants to go for that Holy Crystal. Not sure how much he's far off, but I'm guessing by the time the Lord spawns, he should have that Holy Crystal.
Look at this move though, Evil fully stacking up on the lower side. Now this is the dangerous crossing, and DFYG, they're split up.
They made sure that they set up a slow push down on that bot side. Top side is a net negative for Evil for now. They might need to correct that, but they don't mind it pushing it just a bit. Here comes Zed. Might have an opportunity to conceal in hand. Nope, doesn't find the right targets. Knows that Powerful is just too close as they attack the mid lane. E1 able to get out of there with a flicker and as well as a Brilliance, but now he gets chased down by the Valkyrie Queen herself. Ven puts him down into the dirt, and this now becomes a no contest.
Where you going?
I can't believe I'm right, but Dianfeng Yaguai, they win and lose based off how E1 is playing. If he gets caught, it's like, okay, there's no way you guys can win. And he gets caught all the time.
Was he caught though? He's got ran down.
He has the most deaths of the team, dude.
I know, but he avoided it. He flicked it out. You know, he tried to outplay it. Ven is like, come here, bro. Dude, come here.
He was never getting away from that.
Why did you go mid like that?
Yes.
You're a mage.
Yup.
Even fighters don't do that.
And better yet, it's you're playing a scaling mage, literally all scaling items. It's not like you're looking to protect yourself.
There's a better path. It's longer, but it's better.
I feel like E1 plays like a jungler. I feel like
Yeah.
I see any kind of farm, I need to take it. But here we go. Inhibitor going to collapse. Ven for a position. He's already got 2 autos. Oh, here comes the Tsunami Slam. And now the NetherRealm. Nobody takes any damage as they start breaking away at the members of DFYG. Yaguai. They already made the Thorn Ruin work. Long finds one. Might even get a second here onto Aether. Gets it as well. Starts pushing forward here. Must take the fight. Doesn't get the final slash off, but the triple kill is through. And Evil have been put in their place.
I just typed Ven on WhatsApp and then he just died.
Yikes.
Not my bad, bro. My bad.
LFL, he died and he gave the shutdown too long.
Yeah.
Bro, talk about going from bad to worse.
Yup, 6-3-0. Lung's been farming the entire game.
And off of those 3 kills, the big shutdown actually got him his 4th item, which is the Mythic Gun.
He got 2 items from that. Let's take a look at the replay here. Honestly, it starts off really, really well. And then they got stuck in this massive throne. And Lung is just free hitting the whole time. No one was on him.
He initially got displaced, but it's like, actually, this works out better for me. And he continues to push on forward. Now, hold on.
E1, I swear.
Don't do it.
You die again.
He's not going to die. He's not going to die. He's not going to die. We're cool. One chill. But I don't know what Ruin doesn't hit onto anybody. At least at Ben, at the bare minimum. Phantom Execution. And now we see, the final slash off the set doesn't allow him and cancels it as well. No Tsunami Slam.
Oof, man, now you're seeing the back and forth because DFYG have caught up. With that sequence of events, Long has the Malefic Gun, but also the Wind of Nature. Whereas before the base defense, I believe he was standing on 3.5 items. So he got a huge boost. Right now, it's Evil. Evil are the ones who have to really think about who they want to send out to really zone out Long. Because before, they couldn't really burst down Ven, but now with 6 items, it's a real possibility. You saw Ven's HP bar just get chunked down.
And now the problem is, Ven has been doing a good job to shut down E1, but the moment you go for Long, E1 is all alone, and then he starts becoming a problem. That's the problem when there's multiple threats.
Tech charge already through it now. Called back Reese gets him right into the back line, hoping that the sides curled out. Gear flickers away. He doesn't die, and now the NetherRealm keeps him alive as the Throne of Ruin finally pops onto 2. Look, can still free him, but he wants more. He needs to close the distance quickly, but Powerful says no. Walls, and they disengage. Lord, still available.
Man, no casualties, but this is the investment that Evil made earlier. They have the far side base tower down, but now this is like a late game. All the items are getting completed for DFYG, and they can shred on the Lord really, really fast, so they have that factor going for them. They can sneak this Lord if Evil aren't careful.
And actually, that's a big problem that I think Evil knows, so they feel like they gotta contest.
Here comes Tsunami Slam already through. Oh, and he's able to get out just in time. Is Powerful does find some counterplay. He's gonna come back, but he needs to tech charge. He dies before he gets it off. And now DFYG Yaguai missing their mid laner. E1 missing, and Bell looking to peel Throne of Ruin onto 3 targets. And Gear can only do so much as Zed tries to save. He has to run. 2 down. The overextension complete, and Long with no more pillars of support quickly wins up Natures to get Super Ken into the mix, and Gear finally dies.
Here's the thing, that was DFYG Yaguai, they hesitated because they saw Vel there, and they're like, do we help him out? Do we not help him out? Because I feel like, oh, he's gonna die, but oh wait, he's surviving much longer than we thought. And because of that, Zed got caught as well. That was a moment of hesitation that that Evil just took advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, that might have just costed them the game. This Lord is so important for both teams, and Evil has just gotten it without any contest. DFYG were separated, and when they're not together, this is the quote-unquote weakness of a traditional composition, whereas for Evil, that's exactly what they want. If they can get 5 1v1s, they would take it.
Yeah.
Really dangerous game here. I mean, the engages coming in for Vel has been good. I see a world where they can actually defend against them, but it comes at a lot of cost, and Evil just need to be unaware of their position. So far, Sayla has just been the big savior with the Netherrealm.
Yeah, now Ven having the Malefic Roar will deal much damage.
Tsunami Slam already countered.
Oh my.
Get long! One shot by Sayla! The tech charge onto 2, and the final closing fight for Evil as they get their first point here at the Swiss stage.
Dude, like,
Wow.
I'm sorry, but Zed, that was unnecessary. You got to deal with the Lord. Let someone